Hello everyone, so I'm on my way to my house from practice and I decided that this month I would like to do the word honesty for the month of March because, so for example, last month, I had the word kindness for February, and now I wanted to do honesty. Now, I'm so sorry if there's like a bunch of wind and my hair's all over the place, so please do not mind. But yeah. Now, honesty can be something really hard. That's where Dahlia lives. I don't know if you know Dahlia, but I just want to mention that's where she lives. Honesty can be a really hard thing to always be honest due to certain situations, but it's just important to always be honest because, first of all, it is a sin, and we don't want to hurt Jesus by us not being honest. And we should already be honest. Anyways, now that I'm back inside, so there's no wind. Honesty is a really important thing because, like I said, first of all, it's a sin, and we shouldn't be lying to us. We shouldn't be caught a liar because we don't want to sin and we want to flee from sin. So we should just not want. Now, lying can be one of the most hardest sins because, first of all, there's being rude. No, because some people take lying as being rude. For example, like, oh, I don't, no, sorry, like, I would love to go to your party, but I actually have to go to my grandma's on Saturday, even though they're just lying because they actually don't have to go to their grandma's. They just don't want to be at your party. So it's important to be honest with people. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I just don't really want to go to your birthday instead of just lying or saying, because it's important to be honest. I'm like, no, sorry, I just don't want to go. You know, stop trying to like make up lies and being rude. Now, I know sometimes we do it just simply to be nice because we don't want to hurt people's feelings, but you're hurting Jesus's feelings when you sin. So just be honest. And this is why we also have to be a good person, because if we're doing a bunch of bad stuff and then someone comes and we're like, did you do it? We're like, no, Stephanie did it. Even though Stephanie never did anything, but she was part of it, but she never really said anything. And then Stephanie gets in trouble for you did. And you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. And I know it can be scared to tell the truth and because you want to get yourself out of trouble, or you don't want to get in trouble, and you just tend to lie because you don't want to deal with the consequences. But if those are your actions, you have to pay for them. And I know I'm saying this, but like generally it's true. Like, just tell the truth. Be like, hey, you know, like, be genuine, be honest. It's important for us to be honest. So this can be another way. So if you don't want to be lying, just be on a good path, because if you're lying, it's more likely you're gonna get in trouble, and then you're gonna start lying, and then this and that. No, just don't lie. Like, you know what? Like, don't try to just don't try to act like someone that you aren't are. For example, if you're saying like, oh yeah, I have a Bugatti, my dad got me this new PS5, when you genuinely have nothing, why are you gonna lie to others? Because lying has a consequence. When you invite someone to house back, let's play on your PS5, and then you have to lie even more and say like, oh yeah, it broke, even though it did not break, and you just never had one in the first place. So honesty is really important. Be genuine, be truthful, be sincere with others. This month I want you all to try to be a little more honest. You know, every time someone asks you a question, just try to be honest, try to be sincere, try to be genuine with them. Or if you get invited to something, just be like, I'm sorry, I don't want to go. Right? Or simply just be honest. You don't want to have to lie to others, because when you lie to others, you're just not even telling them the truth, and then you're sinning, and just this. So this month I encourage you all to be honest, because when we be honest, we're being more sincere and more genuine with people, and that's another way when we can get the world back together, and we start to build up this good peopleness and all this stuff. So thank you for watching, and this month of March, go on for a challenge. Try to be honest. Try not to lie as much, and that's what we have for the month of March.